It's training camp season, and today we're looking at the Dallas Cowboys, getting a good look at Jaydon Blue. He was ripping off runs yesterday. He was looking solid. We're going to cover all that. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're covering the practice clips every day from training camp. Your rookies, those position battles, and guys you're drafting in fantasy football. Click that button. Stay in the know of who's climbing the depth chart so you can make your decisions for fantasy and so you know about your favorite teams. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. We'll loop this and keep talking ball. But Jaden Blue is alive here. He's alive. There we go. Still trying to get more clips of Phil Maffa coming out. But Jaden Blue, boom. He is killing it moving laterally with that dead leg. Watch this catch right here. There's Milton slinging it deep. Bam. Bringing it in. That's what we saw at Texas. Here it is again. Bam. From a different beat writer. I just collect whatever I can find. One thing to note, Cowboys fans, they're in a lot more motion this year. They're moving guys around. Here he is. Let's see him pop out. Let's see him pop. There he is. There he is. You're talking about a running back here that runs into 4.3s, ran to 100 in the 10s back in high school. He moves well. He's moving well. I got a lot to say about him. I got a lot to say. Here we go. Boom. Good move. Good move. Another one. We got the carry. Where are we coming out at? There he is. There he is. He hides behind that offensive line. He hides. Comes out of nowhere, too. There it is. We saw this one before, but from a different angle, or same angle, but different viewpoint. There he is. Taking it to the outside, cutting it up. He's so explosive. You definitely see it, even at like half speed, 60% speed, 75%. You definitely see it coming up. There's him holding the bags. This is from earlier in training camp, like last week. This is when I went on the rants about how they needed to get more clips of him. That was the first day of practice. That was the only clip from the first day of practice. I went on a rant. There he is. Running hard. He's running hard. Boom. Good dead leg. He's been crushing it. He's been crushing it. This backfield is going to be rather interesting this offseason. You got to watch the whole backfield. The whole backfield, day in and day out. As camp really gets up to steam here, we start getting the pads on soon in joint practices, preseason. It's up in the air. Miles Sanders has had some good runs. Javonte Williams has had some good runs. You're seeing here, Blue's had some good runs. He's electric. We've seen some good runs out of Phil Maffa. I'm just hoping that the beat writers give him some more love. I know he's doing it out there. There he is. It's good and compact. Good and compact. And there was that tweet or article that came out from Yahoo Sports, Yahoo Fantasy of all things. Of all things. Like, that's going to be credible. Yahoo Fantasy football of all things. Like, that's ever been credible. Tried to say, well, they had a source and said that the Cowboys staff thought he was lazy. Broadus, former scout / podcaster, beat reporter, whatever you really want to call him, came out and said, hey, that might have been more from UT staff or somebody else via Twitter. Another beat writer chimed in on the lines of agreeing with him. I don't want to throw words in anybody's mouth. Oh, no, when you read the tea leaves of that, they're respectively saying, hey, they're lying to you without saying it. They're respectively saying that. They're saying, hey, that did not get said. They don't think that. They don't think he's lazy. They don't think that. They respectively said that. That's what I read because it could have been more depth. They're very conscious. They're very close, especially Broadus. If you watch the draft show, the Cowboys, you'll get that feel. And a lot of times what he says comes out to be somewhat true, or you'll see how it is true to some degree if you really read the tea leaves. Yeah. They don't think that. They don't think that. So if that headline caught you, it's false. I believe it's false. I don't know, but I believe it's false. And what I know from minicamp and OTAs, when it came to Dallas Cowboys clips and getting these videos, it was like pulling teeth. It was hard to get. Everything was guarded. They were one of the most guarded teams in the NFL when it came from releasing information about the rookies, what was going on in OTAs and minicamps. They had their own articles on the site, but they were very guarded. They didn't let the beat writers really cook. And it wasn't really from a beat writer. If it was true, the beat writers would have been all over that. Like the people who are always in attendance. It wasn't true. That's another clue. Because how I got my clips of him to showcase to you guys is I had to search through the news. And they got like little one-off clips. And I just put them together. Like I had to search. I had to search hours. I finally found, and some of you guys found them for me. And then I had to find more because you guys gave me the idea. That's where we found Jaydon Blue and some of the George Pickens clips. The beat writers weren't putting it out. So how is that news getting out and then getting released, and then the source to release it's Yahoo Fantasy? Like, it's not real. It's not real. He's a hard worker. We covered the workout clips. He was putting it in. He was showing the videos, and that was before they were released, I believe, or right around that time. We covered all that. Every single one he dropped, we'd run it up, we'd loop it, keep talking ball like we're doing today. It's false. It's false. It's fake. It's fake news. But look at him. He's explosive. Now, looking at this running back battle, even if he's not 100% the guy week one, I can definitely see him getting some opportunities, maybe even Moffitt too, somewhere down the line this season. That could potentially happen. Everybody's excited about this kid. Everybody's excited about the explosiveness, the juice he adds to this team, this coaching staff. One thing that was mentioned by the beat writers is they're hoping to get more out of him. They see the potential to develop him into more. That's what they see. Like, you look at him, he was one of the top prospects in high school. At one time he was. It went up and down. It was volatile. But at one time he was. And he went to Texas. They're jacked at running back. Had a little fumbleitis. Someone probably already called that out in the comments. We just waited that whole time in college for him to just take over. Like, he was one of those prospects. We were waiting for him to take over. I have buddies that would talk him up every single day on their podcasts, waiting for him to take over. A lot of people getting him in their Devi drafts, their Campus to Canton drafts in fantasy, waiting for him in his moments. Last year was his best year. He was productive. He was in the receiving game catching balls. He is a good change-up running back in the league, I believe. He could be more. He could be much more. He has the potential for it. He's always shown the potential. He just never lived up to it. And that could be a testament to what we heard in the news. But again, it's been kind of stated that it wasn't from the Cowboys. And it makes sense considering all of the tea leaves that's been brought up. But UT maybe. But on the other token, you see the potential in him. You see him working out. You see him out there. You see it. You just got to get to that next level. And getting to that next level sometimes ain't even a work ethic issue. Sometimes it's just not your time. Or there's just one thing that needs to click. Something needs to click. And if the Cowboys believe they can get the click, I believe you got a huge asset here. This is a running back prospect that, say something happens to Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, one of those guys are probably going to start off being the guy. Or they have a big batch of running backs, and they just bring him in left and right. And maybe he gets a couple touches here and there to start things off. But when he gets that green in front of him, he's going to be nasty. When he gets those first few touches, we're going to be on the edge of our seats. We're going to watch him run. So fantasy football-wise, he's in dart throw territory among the running backs. Now, this is a deep rookie running back class and basic redraft, 15 rounds, 16, 17, 18. Dart throw rookie running back, and there's a lot of rookie running backs that are dart throw status, and some of them aren't even getting drafted on underdog ADP. Just some of them are not. But Jaydon Blue, The market's realizing this is a prospect that is in an ambiguous situation that has the upside to hit. He's good in the receiving game, and if you got Green in front of him, he's going to cash it. That's the thing about that. He's showing good jump cuts. He's showing good vision right now. He's got a lot of potential. He's got a ton of potential. Like, he hasn't really started to tap into it yet. If that happens, for a 5th-round running back, that could be a huge deal for the Dallas Cowboys. That could be a huge deal. There's other running backs I did really like on the board. I love Ollie Gordon. If he would have went to Dallas, they could have drafted him and Ollie. They could have did that. They could have figured that out. If he would have went to Dallas, that would have been a fun selection. Jaydon Blue, look at the feet, though. I definitely see what they're working with here. They wanted some speed to go along with those veterans. They see the upside with them. They want to gamble on that. They want somewhere to gamble to. This is a guy that has immense upside, like I've been saying. But he's been looking good. He's been looking good. We got to watch his backfield, though. See how it turns out. We got a lot of practice to go. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.